Hi everyone, today I am using the Soft Seedlings stamp set, and this is from the July to December mini catalog. Every time a new fall mini catalog comes out, I look for the stamp set that has leaves. They always have a new one. I can't remember a time when they didn't, and I love this year's stamp set. And it is a simple stamp set. There's really not a lot of extra dies and craziness with this one. This one is just simple, easy, and beautiful. So I really like the sentiments. The way they're written out is pretty to me, and I love this leaf, this beautiful maple leaf, and these cute little, we call them helicopters, probably a lot of you did too, the seeds. So really pretty, and I thought I would make a card for this. I actually signed up for a swap with some other demonstrators, and I had to make a Christmas card and a fall card, and so I think I'm gonna play around with this one for a bit and see if I can come up with a fall card that I like. So instantly, when I saw this image, it's one of those distinctive stamp sets, and what that means is that you can get a lot of detail. It's got the really the etching. It's red rubber for one thing, which gives you a lot of detail. You can get this really fine darks and lights within the same image, and it's just beautiful. And so I was thinking of sponging and getting we have a sugar maple in the front yard. It turns a really beautiful red, but it's got some oranges and greens and different colors, and I thought I would try some sponging techniques to get a variety of color on this leaf. And then just for fun, I'm going to do this in some different colors too. Why not? Even though these really don't turn red, just for fun. Okay, so I'm starting with Very Vanilla. I always forget to use Very Vanilla, so I tried to, at Stamp Camp, I'm thinking about this card as a Stamp Camp card as well. I tried to make a card out of Very Vanilla because I forget it. It's such a pretty color. The envelopes are gorgeous, and I want to be sure to use it every so often instead of just always white. So I'm using Very Vanilla. Now vanilla comes in thick and basic, and this is the thick vanilla for the card base, but I am using the regular Very Vanilla for another layer, so this is not thick. It's just a difference of the cost. You get more sheets in the thinner vanilla pack than you do in the regular cardstock heavyweight. So I love it though for a base. It just gives you, people are going to be opening and closing, so I like the thick vanilla for my card bases, but then any layering on top of that, I'm going to go with your traditional basic vanilla. They're both called Very Vanilla. I keep saying basic, sorry. Very Vanilla and Very Vanilla Thick. Okay, and then I've also got a little strip here of copper foil, and this comes in a pack called Brushed Metallics. It's in the annual catalog. See if I can find it. Here we go. And it has different colors. So you've got like a brushed gold, a brushed, I'm not sure if this is, I don't know if they're calling it silver, or I'm not sure, because it's kind of silver-esque, maybe pewter, and then copper, and I'm going to use the copper one. So I love the brushed, hopefully that comes off on the video. Anyway, I love that, and I'm using just a little strip. I cut it at 5.5, which is the length of the card, and then just a scrap. I just needed it a little tiny bit to show. So the width is not super important. And then I cut another piece that's 1 inch wide by about 3. I think it's about 3. Yep, there's a little scrap. 1 inch wide by 3. And I have 2 going because I need 2 more for a swap. So I'm going to make 2 real quick. This is a really fast card, so I'm talking a lot in the beginning, but it's going to go quickly. Okay, first I'm going to use this cute little seed, and I've picked some colors that I think look very fall. I've got soft suede, crushed curry, cherry cobbler, and pumpkin pie. So those are my colors, and I'm going to start with the soft suede because I'm going to use it on the inside as well. So I'm going to just use this little seed here, and I'm going to put one on the inside, and let's do the other one. Like that. See how it's got darks and lights all within? It's got like shading, and it's really fun. I love those distinctive stamps. Okay, now I folded this one. Normally I like to stamp on a flat card, but I folded it because I'm stamping kind of off the edge here. So I'm going to do 2 or 3 images here going down the side. 1, 2, maybe I'll do another one. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to clean it real quick. used crushed curry. And I want them to kind of overlap slightly and be going in different directions. Okay, got 2 of that one. This one maybe a 3rd. Now I'm going to go with the pumpkin pie. And cherry cobbler. Okay, that's it for my base. Now I'm going to stamp on this piece. Now this is 3 1/4 by 5 1/2, and again I'm doing 2. Just need 1 for each card. Clean this while I'm thinking about it so it doesn't fall on something. Okay, now I'm going to use this big stamp, and you can tell I haven't cleaned it yet, so you can tell what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to sponge, and I have my colors again. I'm not going to do the pumpkin pie just because it's one image, and I think putting the crushed curry and the cherry cobbler next to each other kind of lend itself to an orange when they overlap, so I'm not worried about that. So I've got crushed curry, cherry cobbler, and soft suede. And I have a little pack of sponges already, so let me find my yellow. It was here a minute ago. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to start lightest to darkest. So I'm going to grab my yellow and ink it up. Now this is a sponge we used to carry. We don't carry them anymore, but I have one that's like a dedicated yellow, and so I'm using it. So I'm just going to sponge it on there. I'm just kind of doing the leaf in the center. Then I'm going to grab, I can't tell if this is the right one. Yep, cherry cobbler. And I'm kind of going to show you, you don't want to just go down and squish it in there. You're going to see that circle shape if you do. So I'm kind of going like this, and maybe I'll do one wrong in a bit just so you can see what I'm talking about, that circle shape. So I'm kind of adding that in there, and then let's do soft suede, and this one's not going to be wrong, I don't think. I think I did a good job. We'll see. Adding soft suede to the seedlings here, and I'm going to stamp that down towards the top, like in the upper half of my Berry Vanilla. And see, you've got the different shades, really pretty. I'm going to do that one more time. You know, maybe I'll show you wrong on the mat here. So I'm going to stamp up this guy like before, but then if I, make sure this is the red, yep. If I kind of go like this and just pounce going straight down, what's going to happen is, see how you've got the circles? You can see that it's not nicely blended. So you want to, like, this is the bottom, so I'm kind of going hard, but you want to, with your red, just kind of maybe like a little flicking motion on the edges. I'm kind of trying to get those edges, and hopefully that previous layer doesn't still come through. It might, actually, now that I think about it. I should have cleaned it. We're going to see what happens. Alright, and here's my brown, my soft suede. No, it smushed out enough so I don't have that harsh circle like I did there. It looks like scallops. Okay, so there's my base here, and I don't need these colors anymore, so I'm gonna clean them up. Okay, now before I do anything else, I wanted to give it some shimmer. So I took the Wink of Stella pen, and I don't know that this is going to show up super well on the video, but it does look pretty in real life. So I'm going to squeeze the pen, and I hold it not on top of my project. I'm going to go over, and I'm going to squeeze it until I can see that some of that liquid shimmeriness is coming out, and then I'm going to flick. And you know, you can get bigger flicks and bigger droplets if you get the barrel even wetter. And I like to just use that. You can see I do this all the time. I use the cap as kind of catch-all surface here, and I flick against it. It just looks very shimmery and pretty. And this one got kind of a big drop, so that's okay. I like that. It's like a big shimmery splatter, right? And so I'm just going to make sure that I have another one at least. So there. I got another big one down there. Okay. So again, I don't know that that's going to show up on the video, but it is really pretty. Okay. So now we're going to use the copper pieces, and we're going to glue them down the edge. And I want it on the edge that's going to be on the inside of the card. So I'm just going to run a little bead of glue. And attach that. And I just want, I smeared it, but I have a little eraser that'll help me get that glue off of there when it's dry. So I'll line up that edge. Okay. It's a hair long, so I'm gonna trim it. Okay, now we're going to attach that to our base here. And I'm just going to use my tape runner. Alright, now I like to put this down so it's on a hard surface. I want it to go all the way to the edge, and then I'm going to use my fingers to kind of line up the sides. That way I know it's all the way to the end. There we go. Okay, then I'm going to do this one, and then we're going to make our sentiment. Go. I have to find my little eraser. That glue's gonna bug me. I'll fast forward while I'm doing it. Where is it? Okay, it's shiny once again. All right. Now I'm gonna bring in another item from the July to December mini catalog, and it's this cute little leaf label and amber gem combo pack. And you've got these cute little leaves and these pretty little gems. Now this has a hole in it already, and so it's real cute for a tag, and I love them for that, and I'm sure I will use them for that, but today I don't want that. I should say you get a ton of these leaves. I think you get about 50 gems. I don't know how many leaves you get. Maybe 50, I don't know. There's a lot in there, and I've already made 12 cards with this, so I think you probably have, I probably have a dozen or so more of those really cute leaves. So I'm going to go ahead and glue those down, but we're going to cover that hole with our sentiment. So I just wanted to use this because I'm putting a vanilla sentiment on top, and I just didn't want it to get lost. So this is kind of like anchoring my sentiment. So I'm going to put this down. just a cute little background. And the color goes nicely with the seedlings, and the gems go nicely with the copper. They're calling them amber. I love amber in general. Okay, so now I've got little scraps of Very Vanilla, and these are 3/4 of an inch wide, and then they're just scraps, so they're just however long. And I'm going to stamp them in Versamark. I'm going to use the So Grateful. Like that. I think the Thinking of You would be nice too. It might have to be a little bit thicker, maybe an eighth of an inch thicker if you're going to use that Thinking of You, because it seems like the font is a little taller. All right, and now I'm going to use this little fun tool that has come back into the catalog. This is part of a kit that you get, this holder for your embossing. You get this cute little reverse tweezers and a Stampin' Buddy, which I forgot to use. And I'm going to go ahead and emboss. So I want copper. That's gold. Where's my copper? There it is. All right, so I'm going to emboss with copper. Okay, this nice little holder has a stopper here. I think I've showed it in a couple of videos. I really like it. We used to have something like it before that had a kind of a cork type stopper. I like this one, it's better. It screws on so you can, you don't have that pulling motion, so you don't accidentally jerk it and then have your powder go flying everywhere. Okay, so, although I did get a little bit. And then I can use my tweezers to hold this. Oop. Okay, so now I'm going to use this fun little punch here. This is from the annual catalog. It's a pick-a-punch, and it has different ends here. You've got the banner end, and then you've got this, I don't know what you call that end, and it has different sizes. So you're going to slip it in. I'm using a 3/4 inch size. You can actually, there's a 1/2 inch, 3/4, and 1 inch. And so I'm going to put it in between the grooves for the 3/4 inch size. And I like to look from the back, because even though I'm sliding it in, you know, you can accidentally twist it a little bit by mistake and then it gets crooked. So I'm going to do that. And then this one, I'm going to slide in the 1 inch mark. And I thought I would do one with one side and one with the other, just so you can see both sides. Alright, I'm going to glue those together. And then I'm just going to add some linen thread and those gems. I love linen thread anytime I can use it. I don't know why, it's just that rusticness to it. I love it. So I'm going to do a double bow. So I kind of take it and fold it in half. Let's see how long this is. So it's 9, so that's 18 inches of twine here, linen thread, and so then I've got it 2 layers, and then I do the bunny ears method. I love this little rustic bow. I use this constantly. I go through a lot of linen thread. It's so inexpensive and it just adds this cute little rustic touch, which I love with the leaves. Alright, so now I'm going to do another one. So, like I said, I'm going to cover that little hole just slightly, see? There you go. Now nobody knows that's there. Okay, so there you have it. I hope you enjoy it. I love the leaves, I really do. So I hope that is a fun card. If you want to look at the July to December mini catalog, I do have it up on my blog, Beth's Paper Cuts, and this is on there. So I'm going to post the pictures of this on my blog later today, and I'll put the products used in case you forget. But I also have, if there's like in my description of this video, there'll also be a little link, and if you click that, it goes straight to my store with all of the products used, so you can just click add to cart, keep stuff on, take stuff off. It's kind of a fun little option. I hope that if you liked the video, you'll come back and watch some more and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Bye.